For your convenience, I've provided links for all the tools I show here in the Wire Wrapping Tools Buying Guide. I have divided the topic of tools into 3 different categories based on my own experience. The first is the must-have starter pack. At a bare minimum, you really can't get by without chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and flush cutters, which many wire wrappers, including myself, affectionately refer to as snips. So these are just regular wire cutters. They can certainly be used for many things, but they're just not as precise as flush cutters. You can see here that the wire cutter jaw is pretty thick and straight, while the flush cutter jaw is slim and bent. This allows you tons of maneuverability, which is very valuable when you're doing fine wrapping work. I actually don't even use my wire cutters anymore because my flush cutters do everything. I actually also strongly recommend that you have 2 pairs of chain nose pliers because many designs require connecting jump rings, and you need 1 tool in each hand for this. It's easiest to open and close jump rings with these. In a pinch, of course, you can get away with using your chain nose and round nose pliers for this, but it's far from ideal. Just a note about the jaws of your chain nose pliers. Ideally, you'll want flat, non-marking pliers as opposed to pliers with ribbed or serrated jaws. You can see the difference here between the 2 surfaces. Using pliers that have toothy jaws is a surefire way to mar the smooth appearance of your wire. Pliers with a smooth inside surface have a much smaller chance of damaging your metals while you work. And finally, the irreplaceable round nose pliers. These guys will be your go-to for pretty much every beginner project. They're priceless when it comes to easily making loops, which, let's face it, is most of what wire wrapping is all about. On to the next category, which we will call optional, but very convenient. This category includes everything in the starter pack, but also includes 3 additional tools, the first of which is the ring mandrel. If ring sizing isn't that important to you, you can certainly use anything to shape your wire. But this is a pretty inexpensive item, and I use mine all the time, and not just for rings either. Nylon jaw pliers are another really convenient tool to have. These replaceable little nubbies are perfect for working out kinks and bends in your wire. The more advanced your wire wrapping becomes, the more you'll need to straighten your wire. Of course, you can always use your fingers, but again, not exactly ideal. And the last tool in the optional but very convenient category is the bail making pliers, which, of course, are good for so much more than making bails. This is definitely my tool of choice when making many of the techniques you see in this course, including ear wires, the scribble link, the infinity link, the hook clasp, just to name a few. This particular pair of pliers has an 8mm jaw and a 5mm jaw, both of which I use all the time. And finally, we have the Spoiled Wire Wrapper package, which includes all kinds of fun stuff. This is generally not where a wire wrapping newbie starts out, but if you're anything like me, you will start accumulating almost immediately, and like 5 minutes, poof, you're a spoiled wire wrapper. This is where things get much more personalized based on your own experience and preferences, but I'll just show you a few of mine. I use this little file when making ear wires or hook clasps mostly, but you can certainly just as easily use a nail file. I also love these tapered flat nose pliers, just love them. It's partially because I do a lot of micro chainmail and these babies are perfect for it, but also because they have 1mm tips and they can maneuver into ridiculously small spaces. I'm also super spoiled by this set of interchangeable mandrels. I've got tons of different sizes of round, oval, triangle, and square options. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. Now, while I am totally on board with everyone being a spoiled wire wrapper, I am also a complete and total supporter of resourcefulness. So, here are some gutsy hacks for using household products as mandrels. Seriously, guys, don't be afraid to experiment.